Hi everyone, it's Rachel Smith with Remax up in Big Bear. Today I'm going to walk you through this home at 505 Lakewood Lane. Come check it out. So here we are at 505 Lakewood Lane, right around the corner from the lake. It's just going to be up over that hill, but in order to get that way, you actually have to go down and around because this is a dead-end street down here. At one point in time, this was a through street, but I believe it not to be anymore. So we are kind of almost to the end of the street on Lakewood Lane. You can see down here, this one, I think we've done a video tour on this one before. One thing to note is that this one has been a rental at some point in time, listed by Nick LeBate in our office at Remax. This one listed at $424,999. So this one we're going to be looking at is a 2-bed, 1-bath, 948 square foot, 1-car garage on a 5,000 square foot lot. So definitely going to be here. And then in between this house and this house, that is an empty lot. So it's not going to be this whole thing. And I don't believe there's any kind of land markers. So on this side, I think I'm just not gonna make it up. I could dig a little bit deeper. Oh, sorry. I don't have to dig at all. There's a marker right there, and it lines right up with where the fences line up right there. So right here. We are about 3-minute drive to the lake, 3 minutes to the village of Big Bear Lake, probably 5 minutes on a normal day to get to Snow Summit. 7 minutes Bear Mountain, 7 minutes to the grocery stores, and I think that's about all you would need to get to in Big Bear. So our garage, if you noticed, one thing, the parking pavement ends right here. So right now you have to come in and get over that lip. Not going to be the biggest issue. You could make something more gradual right here. I think maybe even putting continuing this deck out right here too, but it's really nicely done. I mean, this one was built in 2005. This is like that, the upper part is like that cement board. That is too. So just 2 different styles of the cement board, but really adorable house. And you've got newer construction next door that was listed, I think like $985 over here. We are on a little bit of a sloped lot, but not too bad. Here's kind of the view coming off from the deck. We do have covered eaves right here, but a very, if you notice, like craftsman style house. Very great colors too, kind of like a lighter army green and a brown. So let's go inside. Here we are at the entrance. And what I love about this home is basically all the different textures and their use of building materials. So this is one of my favorite things, is this is like almost like a stamped concrete. Like a lot of people build their driveways out of this, but it's the floor down here. So it's made out of concrete. It's got color added to it. You can see all the different shades of it, but it's concrete floor with texture. Love it. And then you've also got wood, nice bare wood going up the stairs. So it's a bit of a, I'm gonna call this one a reverse floor plan, because you've got the kitchen, living room, dining room downstairs, and then all the bedrooms upstairs. So this is gonna be our common living space right here at the entrance. So this will go upstairs to the 2 bedrooms. But look at this, all that wrought iron. They chose a really cool paint color, like a burnt sienna on the hardwood or the laminate wood. Tongue and groove cedar wood. That's what I am trying to say. So this is what it originally looked like. This is what it looks like when it's painted. I think they did a great job with the color. Coming in, we've got kind of just like a closet here that goes around and under the stairs. Nothing too much, just like a little utility closet. And then here we have the kitchen, living, and dining room. So they do have TV here. Kind of have like a cinder block here. That's another like texture, really kind of fun building material as well, because it is built on a hillside, so you do need that. You could easily get a couch in here to kind of sit and enjoy, but you've also got the dining room area right here. And then our kitchen. So kitchen, I mean, in here, we're probably at like, I'm 5'3", maybe 9-10 foot ceilings in here. So really high. I love how high they did the cabinetry in here too. Updated appliances, all stainless steel, butcher block countertop, and then they've kind of got that like Bobby Soxers 1950s look with the white and the black back there. Nice views outside, and as you can see, you've got all nice houses across the street from you. We do have a dual aluminum sink with a garbage disposal, cabinetry, not a slow close, but still nice on the inside. Definitely upgraded and not IKEA or anything like that. Microwave and the oven. They did a great job with this. Just a fun space. And then this is gonna go into the garage. Floor continues in here, and this is where they kind of set it up as a game room, but obviously you can set it up to be a garage too. But like we talked about, you gotta do something about that lip, especially if you have a low profile car. So just a little gaming area. Looks like maybe they have another table that they can set up right here. Place to keep their garbage cans. Here's the rest of that cinder block that's kind of holding that. This is gonna be washer right here, and then I thought I saw dryer. There's a dryer vent up there, so you could get laundry out here. And then out here we have 2 hot water heaters. So let me think about that real quick. This one says domestic hot water, so gonna be for like your showers and stuff like that. And then this one says heating system. So I'm gonna chew on that for a little bit and figure out what that means. Maybe they have, they wouldn't have like a heated driveway. So then, this is what I would consider a reverse floor plan. It's kind of having the kitchen downstairs and then the bedrooms sleeping upstairs. Here coming up, we've got these kind of just like basic wood planks, but they have painted it that same orange too. And then that wrought iron that we kind of looked at earlier. It does say the garage is heated. So you could you could make it a bigger game room and kind of make it more of a living room out there too. So here we have another living room area, but they just have it up as a sitting room. So we do have bamboo flooring. And then the wall, I don't believe the wall goes all the way through, so I think this is kind of open. This bedroom's a little bit more private, and then we have the bathroom. So I was not strong enough to get this door unlocked. I'm not entirely sure if maybe it's like something's happened and they've done something to keep it locked, but we're gonna kind of just look at the backyard right here. Obviously, you're not getting down there off the deck. It is just kind of built up close to the dirt, but you're gonna, it's on a downslope. So let's go first into bedroom number 1, then bedroom number 2, and then the bathroom. So coming in, one thing I want to point out is this beautiful header running all the way across the upstairs. Beautiful. And the floors have been laid out wonderfully. No gaps, spacing, anything weird that I can see so far. This one is you know, I do believe, I mean, these are both twin beds. I believe that could be a closet, but as you can see from this direction, it's open right here. So you wouldn't want your clothes right there, but that is the closet space. So in here, we kind of have like a green tone on one wall, gray on the other. I really dig this color. And then just sweet little twin beds. Nice window. The windows are dual pane in here. Looks like they've got a lever on them so you can crank them open and get some airflow in here. And then this, I mean, you could put a wall up and make it a closet. It's also a cute little like kids play living room area as well. And that's its current use. For rental, and one thing that you could do is just have like a little dresser or something for somebody to put their clothes. But it's all on your use. I mean, this one having laundry and everything and a garage, you could live here full time. If you were to rent it short term, I want to comment on this, but if you were rented short term, probably between like $40,000 in rental income. This is the house alarm. So coming in from the downstairs and having to run up here to turn the alarm off, that's one thing you got to think about. I'd probably rewire that to be downstairs. And then here we have the master, same gray color on one wall, then kind of like a yellowish on the other one. We do have a, I would call that a double bed. But you can see you've got a lot of room in here. So you could easily get a king size bed in here. You could also do bunk sets in here. But they've just done a very cute, sweet job on it. So here we have a closet with its own electric in here. So you do have a light switch in here, but it's kind of a walk-in closet, I would call it. And then we also have the bathroom. So the bathroom has two access points, one from the hallway and one from this bedroom. So here we are. I'm just going to close this door off, and I'm going to back up into the hallway and kind of start again. Very light and bright because you do have the skylight up there. You also have this track lighting in here. So, I mean, I guess if it was nighttime and that track lighting was on, it would be pretty bright. It doesn't really do anything different, so I'd probably just keep it off in the daytime. Nice tile floors on, and then we have that same Bobby Soxers is what I call it anytime I see black and white tile, look on the wall too. A nice above mount sink, clean, clean, clean. This, let's see what this is. Tagaki, set temperature. Let's see what I can find out here. I can't find much out. So here we have the shower. We do have a cast iron tub, super clean. Bobby Soxers look all the way up. We do have the vent upstairs to get some airflow through here. I can't imagine. I mean, the only thing I could think about is if this is for the floors, but I'm not gonna make that up. I'm not gonna say anything about that, but I'm very curious on what this thing is. So if anybody out there in the internet world knows what Tagaki is, it's made in Japan. Set temperature is 131. So that's probably, this probably has to do with that second water heater. So they have the temperature set at 131, probably just gonna be for the water temperature up here. And that's just what that is. So there you have it over at 505 Lakewood Lane. Would make for an excellent second home, vacation rental, full-time residence, whatever you want to do with it. It kind of meets the criteria for all three, depending upon who you are and what you're looking for. But very light and bright. Like right now, I think I just have one light on downstairs and it's all lit up. I love it. Let me know what you think. Again, the price $424,900, built in 2005, over off of the Lakeview Point area. Let me know what you think. Talk to you soon. Bye.